We're out here on Lake Lanier in North Georgia. We're fishing for big spotted bass. The reason we chose this lake is because of that very reason. We've got huge potentials to catch really big spotted bass, some of the biggest spotted bass in the nation. I started fishing when I was a kid. My father was an avid fisherman, and I just kind of always grew up on the lakes and on rivers and around fishing and in that environment. So it just kind of came natural. I've always been on the water for my entire life. So it's just, it's something I've always done, and it's something that just comes natural to me. We're fishing for spotted bass today with some swim baits, some smaller swim baits. I'm fishing a fish head spin and drop shots. So we're using a lot of finesse, and we're using a lot of just kind of everything you typically use to be bass fishing. We started out this morning, we were fishing topwater. We've heard the bite was been pretty good on the topwater, but once we started fishing, we realized due to the cloud cover and the storms that were kind of coming and passing by on the outer banks, they weren't biting the topwater. So we switched up to throwing smaller swim baits on fish head spins, and that seemed to be the ticket. We're watching fish blow up, and casting into those blow ups were key. After that, 9 times out of 10, they're hammering those blow ups. I love the fact that I can get out. It's a lot easier than a big boat and having to deal with all the hassle and the maintenance that comes into a big boat. And on top of that, I'm a lot quieter. I can get into places where big boats can't. The Motordrive I think is essential because I love the pedal drive, I love the system, and I love the way it's set up. And after having it, it's such a game changer. I mean, we're out here on the water right now, and it's a little windy, and I can stay in one spot. I've used an anchor one time since I've got this kayak. And since I've had this pedal drive, I did not want to get rid of it. So the Motordrive just made sense because I can keep the pedal drive and I have a motor drive, so it's the best of both worlds. And I can still use the pedals to fish around and fish along banks and make continuous casts. Feelfree Kayaks, I love these platforms. I love the way that they're designed. I love the way that they kind of cut through the water. They're super stable, and I don't have any problems with them. I've got so many things set up on this kayak that a normal kayak would be difficult to do. I've got internal wiring plumbed in for my side scan imaging and my fish finders, paddle holders. I've got rudders, pedal drives, motor drives, you name it. And it's such a great platform that you can just kind of build out everything on this. So it's stable, it cuts through the water great. You can build everything on this and set it up the way you want to really, really well. And it's just a great platform, especially for fishing. Currently, I think the state of kayak fishing is great. I like the direction it's heading. I like the way that the kayaks have kind of developed over the years now with pedal drives and motor drives and the options that we have, whereas 10, 11, 12 years ago, it went from a sit-in to a sit-on-top, and just that alone was a major deal. And now the fact that there more and more people are coming into it, it adds to the demand and the supply, and I think that it's gonna be super innovative, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for kayak fishing, because I feel like the sky is limitless and the potential is limitless with this. So I'm really curious to see what the future brings.